Well, it's Friday and we are cooking with Kasey Schwartz with All Things Mama is here, and we are starting Thanksgiving a little bit early. Hello, lady. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So what are we making today? This stuff looks pretty familiar.
I know. So this is stuff that you've seen before. We're going to make a green bean casserole, but we're going to put a twist on it. So just to spice it up a little bit. Okay. Literally.
Literally, yeah. And is this the actual recipe on the back of the...
No, that's not the recipe we're going to use. So you're going to have to go to my blog that I have it on there today. But what happened was we always have green bean casserole every year since I was growing up. But I wanted to do something just a little different and change it up. And actually Walmart came to me and said, hey, take the green bean casserole, spice it up a little bit, do something different, and then put it all together. So this is what I came up with.
So how long did it take you to work on that creation?
Not too long. So just kind of figuring out the ingredients and what I wanted to do with it was really like, what can I do that's different, that will still keep the classic elements, but just change it up a little bit.
All right, well, let's get started.
Okay, let's get started. We're going to move over here.
Okay.
So what I did is normally it does not have onions and mushrooms, but we're going to put it in. So we're going to saute up the mushrooms and onions in a pan. We're going to get our butter. What I do is a tablespoon of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil. I think it just gives it a nice golden-y color.
Okay.
And a lot of flavor.
Well, the mushrooms and the onions kind of make it a little grown up.
It does.
What do your kids think about it?
You know, they really liked it. I didn't tell them it was in it.
You just kind of snuck those vegetables in.
I did.
Just right in
so,
there.
yeah, they didn't seem to mind. So what I'm going to do now is I usually put in the onions first because we want those to brown up.
Yeah.
Get that going in here. Get the heat up.
I know when I was a kid, I didn't like onions at all. I didn't.
No.
So you would have to sneak them in on my food.
Yes. Well, you know, the thing is they're going to be nice and soft and brown, and so you're not even going to really even realize they're there, but they're going to give a lot of flavor. So we're going to just keep sauteing. And
then just dump those in there?
We're going to dump these in.
Okay. Well, it smells good already.
I know.
It does.
It's really strong in here.
You know, I think every time I see you, we have butter. Is that a... Is that a staple?
That is definitely just a requirement for cooking with me.
Yeah.
So we're going to saute. And while these are sauteing, let's go ahead and move over here and we'll talk about this a little bit. So we're going to use our normal classic elements. You're going to have 2 cans of cream and mushroom soup. And if you want to put those in there with that spoon, just dump those right in.
I can handle this.
You can. This is easy. Anyone can do this recipe.
So we got mushrooms in here. We got mushrooms over there.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, they're just, I can take or leave mushrooms. Like, I love them.
Yeah.
But I know some people are like, you know, they kind of either love or hate mushrooms.
I know. And you know what I used here is I used the mini Bella mushrooms that are a little bit thicker and have a little bit more flavor.
Okay.
Just because I wanted the nice chunks of mushrooms in there. I didn't want them to completely cook away where you didn't know they were there.
Oh, okay.
So do that and then put in a cup of milk and just kind of stir that around a little bit. That's what's there, and you can use this big...
The whole thing?
Yep, the whole thing.
All right. Use a big spoon here?
Right.
Okay.
Sure. Either one is fine. So when we get that all mixed around, we're going to add in our 4 cans of green beans.
Okay.
I'm going to cook over here while you're... Whoops! Things are flying.
Yeah, I know. I see some onions flying out of the pan there. So how long is the prep time on this dish?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. If we're at home doing it, we're going to cut up our mushrooms and our onions. It's not too bad. Yeah. So next you're going to dump in those 4 cans of the green beans.
Just dump them in.
So
how long is the cook time then?
Well, we're going to cook it for 25 minutes. And it's going to get all nice and bubbly at 350.
Okay.
And then we're going to then take it out, and we're going to put on these French's crispy fried onions that everyone loves.
And they have the traditional recipe on theirs, but yours sounds more special.
So go ahead and just mix that all
up.
And I'm going to dump in a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure your family likes this better anyway. This is probably even better.
I think so. And then, you know, you add the vegetables so it makes it healthy. And then what we're going to do, and this is a twist, this is pepper jack cheese. So this is a cup of pepper jack cheese, so it's going to spice it up. I'm going to put this in.
Cheese is a food
And you just mix it really good
cheese
while I'm doing this, and then we're going to take this off here in just 1 second and put this in.
I'm told we're out of time, so
let's pour it in.
We'll have to come back to this.
Yeah, I'm going to pour it in while you're talking. How about that? We're going to just pour this in, mix it all together, and put it in the pan.
Kasey's going to stick around. We're going to see her again coming up at 8:49. To check out this recipe, head to allthingsmama.com and click on food for all things food. We are back in the kitchen and cooking with Kasey Schwartz with All Things Mama. Has a unique twist on an old favorite. Kasey, thank you so much for sticking around.
Thank you for having me back.
We love it when you're here on Fridays. Fun time in the
Me
kitchen.
too. It's so much fun. I love it. And we always have food.
We always have food.
Yeah.
But we have you cover all stuff on your website.
Right. And next week we're going to do something other than food.
Other than
so isn't that next week we're going to do Thanksgiving centerpieces and things. So it still has to do with food.
So it's still kind of foodish.
Right.
It's foodish. Now, green bean casserole is a pretty popular recipe that we can find just about anywhere. It's on the back of the box. The traditional recipe.
It is.
What makes this one different?
Well, what we did was we sauteed mushrooms and onions and a little butter and a little olive oil and got that all nice and soft and golden brown. We mixed that in, and we also added pepper jack cheese, which gives it a little bit of a kick and a little bit of a spice. And what is not better with cheese?
Love cheese, love cheese. And I know your kids probably love the cheese.
They do.
But then what do they think about the mushrooms and then the onions?
Well, if they see the mushrooms, they do pick those out. The onions, I know, the onions are in there a little bit, so they didn't mention that so much. So,
okay.
I mean, you know, it is kind of a traditional dish that looks different. It's not McDonald's chicken nuggets, which they love.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So, but it has vegetables. It has the cream of mushroom soup, like always.
Yeah.
Milk, all those traditional elements, and also the French fried onions. Who doesn't love these?
And this is the one that's not quite done.
So what we did was we cooked that for about 30 minutes. It got all hot and bubbly, and then we're going to take it out of the oven and we're going to add on the crispy onions. So why don't you just pour some, about half a container, you know, and really it's kind of whatever you like. But I think in my recipe I put about a cup.
About a cup.
Yeah, just all over it, and then
can we just dump like the whole container?
You
in there?
could.
I could. I
yummy.
would. I could. I would.
You could eat them as a snack on your salad at lunch and make it healthy.
That's a good idea. You know, every time you come here, Kasey, you have good ideas.
I know. You got to just hang with me, Mel.
Yeah. I wanted to just sneak one of those mushrooms off the top, but I probably won't.
I know.
Okay.
So
I think that's more than
that's okay.
half the container.
It's all right. Well, this is a big dish. Aren't these beautiful? I got these. These are actually, if you follow blogs, they're the Pioneer Woman's new line at Walmart.
I like her show.
Oh, me too. Well, it's all about food.
She cooks a lot of
butter.
Comfort food.
Yeah, it is. What I'm going to do, why don't you open the oven?
All right.
I'm going to take this over. We're going to put this back in for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Until it gets nice and hot.
All right. So we want to kind of brown that, right?
We're going to brown it, and it's going to look like this one over here when we're done.
Okay.
So these are nice and crispy. And to me, they actually look like they're fried on top, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
But they're not.
So you've got pepper jack cheese in yours. Could we use a different cheese?
I think you
perhaps?
could. What about maybe mozzarella or provolone or something like that? I guess you could even do cheddar.
Cheddar, yeah.
Probably your favorite.
Yeah.
Let's scoop some up and try it.
What's your favorite cheese?
Oh, I love cheese. So really any. But
Any
the
cheese.
pepper jack is good. But what I buy at the store each week, we make a lot of quesadillas at home. So I get the Colby Jack. That's what my kids like.
Yeah.
And I like it on sandwiches, so I'll get that at the deli.
So will you be serving this for
I'm going to, because this one is so good. Get your
get
fork
you.
there.
Okay.
This one is so good, and when I made it for my vlog the last time, I did 2 recipes. One will be on there next week, and it actually uses this recipe, but then we put it in little individual dishes, so you could serve that up at Thanksgiving as something fun. But I was eating it for days. I just put it in the fridge. Let me try.
So you're going all out for Thanksgiving? This is good.
It is good. I'm going to chew.
Going on.
We are. Usually what I do is we go down to Carlinville. That's where my husband's family is from. And we do Thanksgiving down there at his brother's house. And, you know, everybody brings a dish, and they have turkey and ham and lots of desserts. I like the desserts, as you can tell. So I'll probably do this and also sweet potato casserole.
You ever done fried turkey? We had a guy on the show yesterday who did fried turkey.
Oh, you should have me here. Yummy. But yes.
You're always here. You're always going to come back.
Call me.
Because we love you, Kasey.
Thank you.
And I got food in my mouth.
I know.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
As always. For this particular green bean recipe, visit our website, allthingsmama.com, and click on Food for All Things Food.
Right.